we're done before we even started. So if this is the end now, baby, know that I gave it my all. I believe in us, I won't give up on you. I will be holding on for life. Hope you believe.
Hey everybody, it's Mickey, and in today's video I have some really easy fall recipes for you. These are all great for your freezer and they are perfect for a busy weeknight meal. So if you are new here and you like decor, DIY, organizing, cooking, and planning videos, I hope you'll take a minute to subscribe. I put out new videos every week about all things home. So the first recipe that we are starting off with today is something that I always have prepared in my freezer. It's a combination of Italian sausage with a bunch of mixed vegetables. In here I have zucchini, mushrooms, onions, red peppers, green peppers, corn, and black beans. You can use this mix for so many things throughout the week. You can have it for breakfast in breakfast casseroles, mixed up in scrambled eggs, or you can serve it over rice for dinner. My family's favorite way to eat this is in tacos. This is also a great way to use up all those fresh veggies in your refrigerator because you can just add whatever you have. Brown about 1 pound of mild or hot sausage in a large pan. Add your chopped veggies and saute everything until the veggies begin to soften. Add 1 drained can of black beans and about a cup of frozen corn. Cook this all together until the meat is cooked through and the veggies are soft. I separate this into about 4 different serving sizes and freeze in Ziploc freezer bags to use later in my week. I just take a bag out of the freezer either the night before or the morning of the day that I'm going to use it, heat it up in a pan, and it's ready to add to any recipe. I have 2 chicken recipes that we are going to be making today. This is a 5-pound package of boneless, skinless chicken breast that I'm going to bake to use in both of these recipes. I'm just going to bake it in this 9x13 pan and season them really well with salt, pepper, Mrs. Dash, a little paprika, and garlic powder. While the chicken is in the oven, let's talk about freezer containers. Now for casseroles and things like that, I really love using these disposable aluminum foil pans that you can find at any grocery store, Walmart, Target, wherever you shop for your groceries. These types are my favorite because you can take them from the freezer, defrost them in your refrigerator, and stick them right in the oven all in one dish. I like to double wrap them with aluminum foil and then I label right on top with what is inside and the date. The first chicken dish we are making today is the Pioneer Woman's Chicken Spaghetti. I'm going to leave a link to this recipe down below for you guys. So you are going to be needing about 3 cups of broken spaghetti, some sharp cheddar cheese, some seasoned salt, red pepper flakes, a small jar of pimentos. I'm using a can of cream of mushroom soup and a can of cream of chicken soup, some chopped onion, and green bell pepper. So on the stove in a small pan, I'm going to saute the onions and green pepper together. Now this isn't in the recipe, but I always think that sauteing peppers and onions really does help bring out their best flavor. And I'm also going to be cooking the spaghetti just a little bit until it is al dente. I'm just going to use my pasta pot as my mixing bowl. This recipe is so simple from this point on. You just mix in the rest of the ingredients, pour it into your baking dish, cover with some cheddar cheese, and either bake in the oven for about 35 minutes or cover everything up in aluminum foil and freeze. To reheat just about any freezer meal, I have found that it works best if you take it out the night before, defrost it in your refrigerator overnight, let it sit on the counter for about an hour or so before you bake it. Place it in the oven and bake at about 375 for 45 minutes to an hour. I wanted to include this really simple fall recipe that I have been seeing everywhere lately. And all you need are 2 ingredients, a container of Pillsbury cinnamon rolls and a can of apple pie filling. I found this recipe on Pillsbury.com and I will leave a link to this down below because it is super simple and super delicious. All you're going to do is take the rolls out of the can, place them in the muffin tin, spreading out the rolls a bit up the sides to create a little bit of a crust. Then you're going to take the apple pie filling and fill each of the cups up. Bake in an oven for 8 to 10 minutes. Once they cool for a minute or two, drizzle the icing over the tops and watch and see how quickly they disappear. Our second chicken recipe for the day is chicken broccoli crescent casserole. I also found this recipe on thepillsbury.com, and I'm going to leave a link for you down below. You're just going to need a 12-ounce bag of frozen broccoli, 2 cups of cooked chicken, a jar of Alfredo sauce, some shredded Italian cheese, sliced mushrooms, and onions. This is another one of those recipes that you can put all together in one pan. You're going to saute your onions, broccoli, and mushrooms together until they are tender. Add in your shredded chicken, Alfredo sauce, and cheese. Transfer everything into a prepared baking pan. Now at this point you can cover everything with aluminum foil and freeze, or take 1 can of Pillsbury crescent rolls, spread out the dough until the whole top is covered, bake in a 375-degree oven for about 30 minutes, covering the top with aluminum foil after the first 15. When you reheat this recipe after being frozen, let this casserole bake in the oven for about 30 minutes before adding your crescent rolls to the top. Then let it bake an additional 30 minutes, covering the dish with aluminum foil after the first 15. So I wanted to share with you guys what I was making for dinner today. So this morning I started my crock pot up for a Mississippi pot roast. Now I've shared this recipe before on my channel, and it is just one of our family's favorites. And all you have to do is cover a 2 to 3 pound beef roast with 1 pack of ranch dressing mix, 1 pack of au jus gravy mix, about 1/4 cup of butter, and several pepperoncini peppers. I usually start this on high for about an hour or 2, and then I finish cooking it on low for about 4 hours. Today we are serving it over rice with some mixed veggies. Thank you all so much for watching today. I hope that you got some inspiration from this fall freezer meal video, and you'll share down in the comment section down below some of your favorite freezer meals that you make at home. Please join our community over on Facebook and Instagram at My Bashful Life, and don't forget to subscribe. I would love to have you all back as part of our YouTube family. So until I see you in that next video, I hope that you love the life that you have. Be kind to each other, stay safe, and I will see you again soon. Bye!